In the fourth section of our lecture, now we will discuss about the causes of paralysis which are associated with congenital vocal cord paralysis. So, the paralysis of the larynx due to congenital causes. And in this, we will talk about both the unilateral and bilateral paralysis associated with different congenital causes, phonosurgery, thyroplasty, and laryngeal re-innervation procedures. So congenital vocal cord paralysis, in this diagram, this is the trachea, vocal cords, and that's the paralyzed side. So the congenital vocal cord paralysis again can be unilateral or bilateral on both sides. Unilateral congenital paralysis is more common as compared to bilateral congenital paralysis, and it may be due to birth trauma because it's congenital, and congenital is present at birth, so it may be birth trauma. Congenital anomaly of great vessel or the heart can also lead to the unilateral paralysis of the larynx. Again, the bilateral paralysis is due to conditions like hydrocephalus, in which there is accumulation of fluid in the brain. Hydrocephalus. Hydro is for water, cephal is for the brain. There is another condition known as Arnold-Chiari malformation. In this also there is congenital paralysis, which is bilateral paralysis. Intracerebral hemorrhage during birth, if there is any bleeding in the cerebrum, that can also lead to bilateral paralysis. Meningocele in which the meninges, which are the coverings of the brain and spinal cord, they are protruded through the opening in the spinal cord. So this is meningocele. Then we have cerebral or nucleus ambiguous agenesis, failure of the development, agenesis of nucleus. Bilateral abductor paralysis and respiratory obstruction. All these are the causes of bilateral paralysis, and these are the congenital causes of bilateral paralysis. This is the respiration, the position of the vocal cords during respiration, and this is when the sound is produced when talking during phonation. That's how it is. And when the paralysis occurs, that movement is not possible, and that approximation of the vocal cord is not possible. That can cause aphonia and different conditions. Phonosurgery. Excision, benign or malignant lesions by microlaryngeal surgery or using laser. So excision is done for, which is known as the phonosurgery or surgery for sound, phono, benign and malignant lesions both by microlaryngeal surgery or by using the laser. Injection of vocal cord with Teflon paste or gel foam augment and medialized paralyzed cord. Opposite healthy cord can approximate. So both these are used and they come under phonosurgery in excision and injection of vocal cord with Teflon or gel foam, which augment or medialize the paralyzed cord. We saw in the previous slide here that during phonation the cords are medialized in the median position. So the main function of the injection of gel foam or Teflon paste is to medialize the cord. Opposite healthy cord can approximate. Thyroplasty type 1, 2, and 3. Three types of thyroplasty surgeries are performed. In type 1, medial displacement of vocal cord as achieved in Teflon paste injection, type 1. Type 2, lateral displacement of vocal cord used to improve airway. Type 3, to shorten vocal cord, lowers the pitch. In mutational falsetto, in those undergone gender transformation from female to male. So these are different types. In type 1, medialization is done. In the type 2, lateralization is done to improve the airway. In type 3, it's used to shorten the vocal cord and is mainly performed in people who want to change the gender, transgender people who transfer from the female to male sex. So all these are the different thyroplasty procedures performed for different purposes. Thyroplasty type 4 lengthens the vocal cord, elevates the pitch, converts male character of voice to female, used in gender transformation, used when cord is lax and bowing, and due to aging process or trauma. So all these are the types of thyroplasty procedure 1, 2, 3, and 4. One medialized, the other one lateralized, third shorten, and fourth lengthens the vocal cord, elevate the pitch. By lengthening, the pitch is elevated also, and this is done mainly to change the voice from the male character to the female character to make it more softer, and it is also due to aging process or trauma we can do thyroplasty type 4. Laryngeal re-innervation procedures. Making window in thyroid cartilage. Segment of anterior belly of omohyoid is taken, implanted into thyroarytenoid muscle and innervates paralyzed thyroarytenoid muscle. So laryngeal re-innervation procedure in this case is by making the window in the thyroid cartilage, and then the segment from the anterior belly of omohyoid is taken, and that is implanted into thyroarytenoid muscle, and it also innervates the paralyzed thyroarytenoid muscle. So these are the different treatment options performed for different causes of paralysis and how bad is the effect. So this was all about the section 4. Thank you for watching sqadia.com.